first time if you like, if you're comfortable with it. So the hands will come up, across the wrist. Inhale as the arms go up, hands turn away. Exhale, bend your knees, like you're scooping the chi up from the earth. Inhale, across the arms, reach up, hands away. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure your legs take the stress as you come up, not your lower back. Sink into the feet. Reach up out of the legs, out of the waist. Keep going. Focus on your breath. I just want to have a look at you. Right, when you go down, bend deeply from your hips, from your knees. Stretching up, reach up into the fingertips. Not important that you reach the floor, it's just important that you work from your legs. Couple more rounds. Next time your arms come down, just let them relax by your sides. Again, just be aware of your feeling, a change in feeling in the arms and the legs. So we're going to work with finishing up before we close with the basic stance that we hold, and over time you can hold it for quite a long time. It's called embracing the tree. So I'll just show you from the front and the side. It doesn't look like much, but it can initially be a little demanding. So the feet have to stay straight and parallel. The knees are bent, and there's that slight screwing action of the knees outwards, locking down into the heels. So it's just kind of turning out and down. It keeps you locked in without stressing the knee joint. Then I lift my pubic bone slightly so my waist is moving back. And then my arms come in front, and there's a turn in my wrist. So I'm turning out from my thumbs. My middle finger faces each other, roughly chest height, not up here, but chest height. And then I bring my chin slightly down and in. Elbows are bent. Now you think like I'm embracing a tree, I'm holding the tree trunk. And I'm going to stay here. Okay, then if you see it from the side, feet parallel, knee screws out and down, pubic bone lifts, kidneys are full here, so I'm not going to stand like this. I'm going to take my waist back. It's the same feeling we worked with earlier. The thumbs turn out, the wrists turn slightly out, middle fingers face each other, the chest slightly drops and the chin slightly in. So I'm not trying to stand up straight like this. Yeah, there is a slight rounding of the back, moving forward of the tail, and it's so that you can access the quad and the core, the tantien. Okay, so let's see how we get on. Some of you are already in it, yeah? So feet shoulder distance, maybe a little less. Screw from the inner knee to the outer heel. You can lift the pubic bone slightly. And then as the arms come up in front, turning from the wrist, middle fingers facing each other more or less. Thumb turning slightly outwards, elbows bent. Draw the chin slightly in. Take the kidneys back, kidneys back, kidneys back towards the skin. Good, let me have a look at you. Not too bad. Now you have to try and do this from the bones and also the tendons. It's the tendons that are holding you up with the bones, not the muscles. So try not to grip your thighs, try not to grip your shoulder muscles. Try to turn from the wrist, which activates the tendons in the arm. Screw from the knee, activates the tendons in the legs. Shape looks reasonable. Now you have to keep breathing. So who's that there? Don't have your hands too high in front of your face. It should be more in line with your collarbones. Keep relaxing on the feet. Keep that firmness with the knees screwing out. Kidneys moving back. Slow, steady breaths. And then get a feeling that your fingers are charged, the fingertips are charged towards each other. Connect the middle fingers, tips of the middle fingers energetically towards each other. This is a basic stance they use in the Qigong, and they use it as a prerequisite to training with the masters. They'll just leave you here for an hour, and they'll be making sure you don't move before they accept you as a student. They're some of the old traditions of testing the discipline of the students before they teach. Try to relax any tension in the shoulders, thighs, buttocks, jaw. A few more breaths. Stay relaxed in the face. And And gently, slowly bring the hands in towards you. Press the palms down, slowly straighten the leg. As you just stand quietly for a second, just be aware of the feeling in the arms and the legs. So at least at the beginning, it's probably not the most comfortable thing to hold for a while, so you just have to build up slowly. Stay calm, stay relaxed in the mind and the breath. And just try to maintain that basic structure. We'll work a little bit more with that as we go along. And you'll find if you can build it up even to 5 minutes on a regular basis, you'll feel your energy levels will start to change. We're intimately connected to the earth, right? So it's the chi that we're pulling up, the earth's energy that we're pulling up through our legs, and then we begin to circulate it around the spine and out through the limbs. And that's a very powerful practice. It's a simple one, but it's a very effective one. Now, so we'll do the closing sequence. So if you remember from the last class, so you turn the heel forward, the knee comes up, the arm comes up, and we cross the wrists. Yeah? Heel forward, knee up, cross the wrists. You can inhale as you lift, exhale as you release. Couple more. One more each side. I like to change the cross of the wrist. It's not always the same one. Then back in the middle. Now, some of the stuff we've done already. So you're going to turn from the waist. And then relax the arms, slight bend in the knee, circle from the tail. Change in direction. Then stepping in, we're going to circle the knee. Change in direction. Coming up, feet apart, we're going to roll the spine, so keep the arms straight, hands in front, bend the knees. Roll up from the feet. Scoop the tail forward, hips forward to roll up from the spine. Good, then tapping the kidneys, the adrenal glands. Working down, I bounce a little as I work down the sacrum. And they're going to come to the front, down the groin, the quad. Top of the thighs, side of the hip, sacrum, hip, thighs, groin, flick off. And we're going to tap down from the buttocks, down the outside, gentle up the inside. Up. Good. hands to the right side, liver, and then you make up so the upper abdomen, right to left, the lower abdomen, right to left. Some of you look like you're doing left to right. It should be right to left. There you go. Now whole abdomen, upper and lower. Good. Now we cross the wrist at the waist. We cross the wrist at the ribs. And then at the chest. And you're going to take the arms down. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forwards. One more back. Stepping in as you come forwards. Palms together. Take a breath in as you exhale. You bow. We bow to each other. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, release. Alright, so that's it for today. Yeah. So try, if you can, go back over the practice before Thursday if you have time. We'll do pretty much the same thing, maybe with a little bit more rhythm because you're a bit more familiar with some of the things. And we might have time to slot in something else. But as I said to you on the Friday, not really in a rush to add stuff with you, but it's more about that you're using what you've got consistently, and you'll find even the simple things like just shaking the tree, for example, can be really useful if you just need something to free the mind, open the body a bit. A lot of these things don't look like they're too challenging, particularly if you're used to a strong yoga practice, but try not to equate it to that. I made that mistake back in the day when I was doing my yoga and starting the Qigong. I was like, well, I didn't really work that hard, but it's not about necessarily, you know, it's not stretching your muscles so much as stretching your Qi. So there's a different feeling, different quality to that, and just pay attention to that quality, that feeling, as opposed to comparing it to what you normally do, if that makes sense. And you'll get more benefit from that because your mind will be able to access it more and be able to assimilate it better. Okay, so wishing you a wonderful day, and I'll look forward to seeing you on Thursday morning, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you, David.
My pleasure. Have a lovely day. Thanks, bye.
Ciao, David. Thanks so much.
Thanks, John. Bye.